All right, peace, cousins. It's your cousin Rebell, aka The Voice, and this is the reality recap. Yep, yep. This is the reality recap, and y'all, I'm on Ready to Love. Detroit. This is season 11. They in Detroit, and I am so hyped. I love me some Ready to Love. Give it up for Ready to Love, y'all. Okay, so we doing Ready to Love, and it's so much going on. But one thing is for sure, Devon is delusional and clueless. Wake up, buddy. Wake up, boy. Wake up, sir. He is delusional and clueless, and we're gonna get into that in just a sec. But in the meantime, smash the like button and subscribe with the bell so you don't miss none of my commentary on this and other reality show situations. All right. So let's get into this. All right, bust it. All right, so first of all, let me start off by saying I want to thank you, OWN, and the people at OWN and the production company that's putting this together for getting the demographics right, for going back. Yep. Because I'm telling you, for like a couple of seasons, y'all got it wrong. Y'all got it twisted. I'm telling you. I mean, I get it. Y'all were trying to, probably appeal to the advertisers. Y'all wanted a younger, try to, lower the age group on here. It wasn't really the age. It's more just like the vibe. And it just wasn't working. I was kind of disappointed for like at least 2 seasons. I think the last couple of seasons, not the one that just passed. That was kind of borderline, but the one before that, I was like, come on, OWN. Come on now. What are y'all doing? But thank y'all for going back and getting it right and getting these, getting back to the 40s and the late 30s. I mean, this is the core of the people who are watching the show. And again, it's not just the ages, it's like the maturity level of the people and the quality of the people that you're picking. Come on with the baddies and all that. When you started getting into that, I was like, come on now, please stop. Please stop. I was not feeling that. So thank you for going back and getting it right. I appreciate it. Yep. So I'm gonna try to run through this kind of quick. This is just preliminary. They just getting rid of the extras. But so the last episode ended. Dominique, Emily, Richie, and Devon. They were all in the bottom, but they were given a second chance. They were via the second chance mixer. But to be honest, I feel like they had it right the first time. Like, no shade, but Richie, come on now. He's showing that. I mean, bless his heart. He seems like a lot of fun for the right person, but not for this group of people. Emily, she's just not friendly enough for me. I got a lot more to say about her later. I'm just dropping little real quick. Dominique, Dominique, child, that's the one with the people's names tattooed on her, whatever. The one that dated the NFL players and the athletes and child. Girl, bye. I'm gonna just leave it at that for now. I got a lot more to say, but I'm just going through this real quick. But I feel like they had it right. Devon is like, I'm on the fence with him. He's in there trying. I wouldn't say that he deserved to be in the very, very bottom. But I definitely think Richie, Emily, and Dominique are gonna end up getting. Well, we know at the end of this one what happened with Richie, but I feel like they had it right the first time, and these people are gonna definitely be back in the bottom again. I'm just saying. But so now, they're deciding on who is going to be in the bottom. They get to actually they pick 3 more women and they pick 3 more men, right? Ashante, I think is her name. She's saying, she's like, I really don't know how ready I am to be comfortable with strangers. And I mean, I get what she's saying, but I don't. It's like, come on, girl, you are on this show. You're gonna have to get used to it. You're gonna have to open up. You're gonna have to do something, boo. You the one signed up for this. They ain't drag you and making you. What's annoying to me when people get on shows like this and then be like, I can't really, I don't know how to. So what you doing here? Go home. Take your ass back home. But anyway, this is how you do it, boo. You open up, you be yourself, you have fun, you ask questions, you engage. That's all you gotta do. You don't really have to, sit there and pour out your life story and I mean, not on this and in these preliminary meetings and everything, but at least have fun, ask questions, you know, um, sip your drink and just enjoy yourself. That's how you do it. That's what it is. Pay attention to who's paying attention to you. Make it clear when you want somebody to pay attention to you. If you got your eye on somebody else, make it clear that's what they're there for. Normally it's like, you don't want to look thirsty or nothing, but you got to let it be known. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're there for. So that's how you do it, Ashante. All right. You got it. You got it, girl. You got it, girl. And what else? Yeah, so the ladies decide which three men are going to go to the second chance mixer. And these are the bottom three men that they feel like ain't really giving it up, ain't really, they not really feeling them right now. They chose Cardi, Chris, and Xavier. Which Cardi and Chris are confused, but why they're there. But let me straighten this out for y'all, baby. Cardi, he's so nice. I really think he's a nice dude. He's such a sweetie. But I think that he's having a hard time speaking to people, and I'm not going to hold that against him. I don't think just because you're not all like extra and talking and all of that stuff, it doesn't make you a bad person or a bad catch or a bad match. It just means that he's awkward. He needs to work on his skills. But that's the reason. He had a couple of awkward situations with some of the ladies, and they're not really feeling that. And I understand. I get it. But and I'll talk about this. I feel like, when you run into somebody like that, and he's a really nice guy. I just think he needs to warm up. And when you see that, you kind of give what you can give to make him kind of open up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that. Chris is confused why he's there. But Chris is a little abrasive. He's a little abrasive, and I think that that's scaring some of the ladies off. So that's why he's in the bottom. But yeah, so that's the bottom three: Cardi, Chris, and Xavier. And then keeping in mind that Richie and Devon are there from last week. So it's five of them. And then the men chose their bottom three, which was Diamond, Christina, and Ashante. And Christina's really shocked. She's like, what the? She said, me? Me? But girl, let me tell you, yeah, you. And the reason why is because I mean, they were saying, oh, it's the energy, she want to be running running around town. And I feel the same way. I feel like at this point, a lot of the people, a lot of the guys that are in this age group, they ready to settle down. You know what I'm saying? But Christina, she's a songwriter, so she's trying to get in the she's trying to get her songs out. So she got to be all up in the mix. And she's talking about, oh, I don't stand in lines. I need VIP this and child. I was getting tired just listening to her. I was like, oh, yawning and like, child, it's too much. And that's why your ass is there. As beautiful as she is, that's why she's there. Nobody wants to match that energy, child. Ain't nobody. She's acting like she's 20. And she's good luck with the songwriting and everything, but damn. So, and I don't know how that's gonna work if you're trying to settle down with somebody and you still running the damn streets and clubs in the middle of the night. Child, I don't know. Good luck, girl. That might be your downfall, but good luck. Let's see. So it's Diamond, Christina, Ashante, and then of course Emily and Dominique from last week, right? Emily and Dominique from last week. So the guys have a couple of really good really good dates. Cardi, he opened up. He got him and Dominique had a nice date and everything, and that's what I meant by what I said when I said that, somebody like Cardi, you just gotta give him something to give back. You know what I'm saying? He's a lot of fun. He just gotta open up. He's a little socially awkward, definitely, but it doesn't mean that he's not a nice person. And if you have a bubbly personality, it's easier for people like that to kind of jump on and kind of keep that thing going. So it was easy for him and Dominique to have a good date, but Dominique was acting like she liked him, but girl, stop. Please stop. Dominique was trying to secure her spot because she know good and damn well she don't like no damn Cardi. As nice as he is. And let's see who else. Xavier and Emily. Xavier and Emily. Yeah, they had their little date and everything. And Xavier was acting like he was so busy. He was like, I'm just so busy. I ain't really got time for this and time for that. And I'm thinking, well, what does he do again? So I went back to the thing, and he is a senior account executive, and I'm like, man, you ain't that damn busy. I mean, you ain't that busy for you to come. It's not like you a surgeon or nothing like that. And I'm not downplaying the senior account executive. I'm not even talking about socially and monetarily. I'm talking about just in terms of time. I mean, that's a busy job, but it ain't that damn busy. I could see if he was a surgeon or, just something like that, like a CEO. Because y'all know what I'm saying. I feel like he finds things to put in front of people. And not to say, sometimes the manly men, they're not, they don't want to sit at home and play in your hair and just talk, and they just don't want to do that. They find other things to do. But to me, if you on the show and you talking about you looking for love, you ready to love, and you ready to settle down, then busy shouldn't come out of your mouth unless unless you're speaking about it in terms of your career and how busy your career keeps you, and just so that the person will understand. But one thing for sure, Emily was not having it. Emily got up and sashayed her ass right on out there. She said, "Oh, you busy? Oh, okay. I'll be right back. Excuse me." She got the hell on, child. And I mean, I don't really blame her. I get it. I understand why she did that. I understand why she did that. But you gotta make space for the fact that a man, especially, men are supposed to be providers. So they gonna be busy. They supposed to be out there bringing home the bacon. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make the space for that. But I just didn't understand where Xavier was coming from when he, stayed on that. I'm just so busy. I'm just child. But anyway, nobody liked Richie. Too tough. He didn't have that many. I didn't see. Well, he did have a nice date with Ashanti, but I mean, I don't know, child. Nobody was feeling Richie. He started talking about he had thousands of female friends, and once again, nah, bruh. You on Ready to Love. Nobody really want to hear you talking about that, right? You sitting down, the last thing that you want to hear a dude say when you, and not, this ain't even got nothing to do with being secure or insecure. It's not that. It's just that when you ready to settle down, you don't want to be with no dude that's entertaining 50,000 other women. I'm just saying, right? Nobody, do you really want that when you trying to settle down and chill? Seriously, right? I know I don't. So I understood why everybody kind of was like, he was like, oh, I got so many, I got about 1,000 women. And everybody gave him that look like, what? What did he just say? They was already not feeling him. But then when he said that, I was like, Richie, you want to go home. If you want to go home, just say you want to go home, bro. Because you making it real, real bad for yourself. And then Devon, everybody was feeling Devon. He had some really good dates. He made a really good second impression. Christina was loving his swag. Diamond, was feeling him. Dominique said he came with his A game. You know what I'm saying? He had excuse me. He had some really good dates. But uh let me see. Yeah, and Cardi too. Cardi had, let me see, hold on. Dominique. Yeah, Dominique has some good, no, not Dominique. Um Devon. Yeah, he had some good dates with everybody. He went on different stuff with different people. He was, everybody was kind of feeling him and he was feeling himself. That was nice to see. Cardi also went on some really good dates. Everybody was loving Cardi. Emily was like, "Hey." But honestly, I was like, "Hell no." See, my thing about Emily is that I'm not really feeling her because she just doesn't seem like a friendly person. And I don't want to hold that. I mean, not to say that everybody's going to be all big and bubbly, but it's like when you come on a show like this, she just she just don't seem friendly to me. She seems cold to me. I'm not, I don't know. I'm just not feeling her. I definitely wasn't feeling her with Cardi. If Cardi was my cousin, I'd be like, cousin, hell no. Keep it moving. I know she like you, but keep it moving. And then Cardi also had a good date with, like I said, he had a good date with Dominique. And even though Dominique was a bubbly person, she was giving him good energy, which allowed him to kind of open up and give good energy back. And he was having a good time. But again, hell no. Dominique knows good and damn well she don't like no damn Cardi with me. None. What's she gonna do with Cardi, y'all? She was trying to solidify her spot. She was trying to stay, and that's all that was. That's all that was. Cause y'all know good and damn well she ain't trying to get with no damn Cardi. So anyway, so the two guys that were at the bottom were Richie and Xavier, right? Richie and Xavier, were they at the bottom? Um, yeah, Richie, the dude with the bun. Right here, the picture with the bun, the one that was like he got 1,000 women friends, and then Xavier was the other one, the bald head right here. Um, with the dark shades on, he's the one that said, "Oh, he's just so busy. He's so busy." And nobody was feeling that, but he was in the bottom too. And then Richie ends up, you know, not being ready to love. So Richie ended up going um and again, I can't not agree. I can't disagree. I cannot disagree with that. That is, they had it right the first time. Yeah, he deserves to go home. Bless his little heart. I bet he's a lot of fun, but not for these mature women who, he still rides a motorcycle and he riding bikes and still entertaining the child. No, Richie, bye. So then they get back to the mixer, because there's still more dates to have before they figure out the two bottom ladies and who of those two bottom are gonna go home, right? So who do we see? Devon and Ashanti. Devon and Ashanti had went on a date, right? And Devon would, like I said, he was feeling himself. He went through them ladies and they was gassing his ass. They was gassing him up left and right. Yeah, he's a nice guy though. He's such a nice guy. But they were gassing him up so bad, and because they wanted to stay. Some of them might have liked him genuinely. I don't believe all of them did, but he was coming off of, just all the gas. And then he looks at Ashanti and he says to Ashanti, I want you to rate me. You just rate, not rate, RATE, rate me as a man, like on my looks or whatever. And I felt like that was kind of,
And you
I
don't
don't
get
know.
out here with all that.
I didn't really like that because it's like if you're so confident, if you're so, whatever he was presenting, then why would you ask, like, to me, why would you ask somebody to rate you, that to give you a rating on your looks? Like, I wouldn't, as a woman, I wouldn't do it. I don't think anybody should do that and sit there and subject yourself to to anything like that. And you have your opinion of how you look and you just sit with that. You know what I'm saying? Why would you ask somebody that? I just was like, that was disappointing to see. And then Ashanti kind of, I like how she did that. She said, she was like, I'm not really big on looks. She's like, it's really about your energy. Women, we really, some of us, because some do, some value looks. I mean, you got to be looking a certain way for some women, but some women understand that, everything is not about looks. It is about energy. It is about character. It's about, especially when you dating on this level, you don't come in looking for the finest dude in the spot. That's ridiculous. If you're ready to love, I mean, do that. That's from back in the day. Go after that's superficial. Lose the superficiality and look for character and look for vibes, look for energy, look for compatibility, look for stuff like that, stability. You know what I'm saying? Look for stuff like that. But so she was telling him, I don't women some women don't value the way, looks the way men look, the way men value looks in women. And she told him, I go by energy. And basically she was saying to him, like, you don't really give off the energy. She didn't even go to the looks, but she cut him back to say, like, it's your energy and your vibe, and you really not even giving that. And he didn't really know what to do with that. He kind of sat there looking at her like, oh, I mean, he don't really know nothing about that. It's the swag. It's the, because he's a little, he don't really have that. Bless his little heart. But he just didn't know what to do with Ashanti. And I liked her answer for him on that. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely felt where she was coming from with that. I definitely wasn't mad at that. So then Diamond and Xavier had a little, they was clinking the glasses and everything. Diamond felt like, okay, since it's gonna be an elimination, she slid her number. She said, let me give you my number because she's feeling Xavier, but the problem is Xavier wasn't feeling her. He said, she's not a romantic connection, but she is good people. And to me, that's code for, yeah, I might smash, but, she ain't really my But I'm gonna tell y'all this: watch out for them. It might be a good story that might come from them at the reunion. Just I'm gonna keep my eyes open, my ears open, because we might get to the reunion and hear some stories about that. You know what I'm saying? But and then we get to this delusional situation here. Bless Devon's delusional, clueless heart, child. Devon and Dominique go on their date, right? And I mean, we all know what Dominique is doing. We all know she's trying to solidify her spot, and we all know how she really looks at Devon. Well, busted. Devon comes in calling her his boo. Oh, Dominique, that's my boo. And he described her in the most clueless manner I had ever, I mean, he was like, I couldn't help but laugh. I laughed so hard because I said, this dude cannot be this clueless, but yes, he is. He described her. He was like, she's such a sweetheart. Oh, she's thoughtful. She's emotionally available. And I'm thinking she ain't none of those things. She really not. If y'all know, I don't know this girl from Adam, but you know how you can see things, you just watching people and you can feel the vibes, you can see the energy, you just know, like when you just know. I don't really know how to say it, but I know good and damn well she ain't none of those things, you know what I'm saying, that he's thinking. And while you think that that's your boo, she definitely ain't thinking that you are her. And then Devon, you have to remember that y'all are like the bottom people. There's still the other dudes on the other side, and I'm telling you, she gonna have her eye on. I know who she gonna have her eye on. I know exactly who Dominique gonna have her eye on, but he was just so clueless, and I felt bad for him. I said, I really hope Devon got some sisters somewhere, some cousins, some girl cousins, because child, she would eat him alive. Seriously. Dominique, Devon, run, boo. Just run. I'm just saying. And then he goes in to kiss her. And I mean, I mean, in his defense, she was all up in his face, right? She was given, oh, I want to kiss, but I want to kiss you, but not really. She was flirting, but she was just flirting to keep her spot. But he was thinking it was genuine flirting, and it definitely was not. It definitely was not. It definitely was not genuine. Um, she said to him, "Oh, you for real? Oh, that's what you was trying to do? Oh, that's how you was feeling? You really wanted to kiss me? You thought it was okay to kiss me?" And she told him, "You did not take me on no date, no proper date. um, you got to take me on a proper date before you even get a kiss from me." And it was just giving gold digger. It was giving whatever world she comes from. And that's the thing. This dude is not that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. Poor Devon. Oh, poor Devon. I hope that, like I said, I hope he got a cousin, some sisters, some girl cousins that, will pull him to the side and say, and just warn him. I don't know what would make him think that a woman like Dominique would really genuinely be into him. No shade, no shade. But and the thing is, why would you want that? Like you setting yourself up to be hurt and burned and all kind of negative stuff. I be feeling bad for these dudes, yo, because he's so nice. You know what I'm saying? He's a nice guy. He's a nice catch for somebody, but definitely not for this Dominique girl. I'm sorry. And I love how in the first episode, how the dude, I forget his name, and I'm gonna get more into that. When I'm gonna go and do like one-on-one with these people and just say what I feel about them. But he was calling her out. He was like, "You got two dudes' names tattooed on your neck, boo. What are you doing?" And then she's like, "Oh, yeah, my my NFL husband." But all of this, but it's like, if you're used to dating NFL people, you should probably stay over with the wags and try to continue, because then she's bringing that mentality to regular normal men. And I'm looking at the titles. I don't know their financial situations, but these are like regular working dudes. These are not like, these dudes can't, they don't. Anyway, I don't know, again, don't know them, but they just don't seem like they can take her out to these dinners, these $500 dinners that she's probably used to when you dating dudes in the NFL and et cetera, et cetera. And maybe she has to move on from that because she's in her late 40s, and them dudes don't date no women that age. No shade, no shade, no shade, but she got to do what she got to do. But I feel like, not that she should drop her standards or anything, but she's bringing this gold digger mentality to regular hardworking men, and that's annoying to me. I just ugh. And then you got dudes like Chris that really think that a woman like that is good for them. Like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? So, ciao. Mm, 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 mm. And so, yeah. So then Diamond finally gets to sit down with Chris. She was saying that she couldn't get a date with Chris at all, and then here come Christina jumping in, rubbing all on him, smelling all on him. And then Dominique came and did the same thing, just sat down, cut right on into their thing, like Diamond wasn't even there. Mm, 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 mm. And it was, and Chris was just laughing. Look at his face. He just laughing, right? He thought it was so funny. He thought it was so cute. But I mean, I guess, what is he supposed to do? Say, "No, don't come near me. Yeah, I'm talking." I mean, at this point, it's like, get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? But then they went to the bottom ladies, and they chose Diamond and Ashante as the two bottom ladies. And then Diamond, they determined Diamond was not ready to love. And I don't think that Diamond wasn't ready to love. I think if they had to pick between Diamond and Ashante, I feel like Ashante, I think is her name. I feel like Ashante was the one that really wasn't ready to love. She's in there talking about, "I don't really know. Like, I don't know. I gotta observe first, and I gotta open up. And I mean, I don't really know how to open up to all these strangers." But it's like, but boo, you're there. You have to. So to me, she was the one that wasn't available. Diamond made herself available to a lot of the dudes, even though she wasn't compatible with everybody and everybody wasn't compatible with her, but she still made herself available to the men. And that's why I feel like she was ready to love. Ashanti, if I mean to me, Ashanti is the one that should have went home, if you ask me. I'm just saying. So, that's pretty much it. I mean, the big takeaway from all of this is that, you know, Devon is delusional and clueless. Mm, 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 mm. And the thing is, I mean, he said at the end, he said, yeah, I got one up on these dudes. He thinks he's got one up on the other men because he got to spend time with a lot of these ladies. But what you have to understand is that especially the ones that you have your eye on, boo, especially this one that you calling your boo, when she get back to the camp, to the home base with the other dudes that are in there, and I'm telling you that there's at least 2 or 3 that I know she's gonna have her eye on, and it ain't got nothing to do with Devon. Poor thing. Poor thing. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so that's pretty much it, you guys. That's all. Let's jump down in the comments and let me know what you think. Like, is Devon delusional and clueless, child? He is to me. If he was my cousin, I'd be like, look, let me holler at you, bro. You got this wrong. Dominique, do you think Dominique is right for him? Am I wrong? Do you think Dominique is really genuine and really actually likes him? Do you agree that Diamond and Richie were not ready to love? Okay, let's talk about it in the comments, you guys. Okay, let's talk about it in the comments. So again, it's your cousin REEbell, aka The Voice. Smash the like button, go ahead and subscribe, and let's do this again. Thank you guys for joining. Peace, peace.